What is up, everybody? Vs. TV here today. Now, this Xbox fan posted an interesting question, an interesting post on Twitter. He says, "You think ponies have a personal vendetta against Xbox concerning how much time they put into essing on it?" And yeah, you kind of gotta agree. Like, did somebody from Xbox do something to these guys, or was they wronged in some type of way? Like, they put a lot of energy in something they just claim to hate. It's a lot of energy going towards this system. So there's even a Twitter Spaces that was done recently. The title was called "When Your Console Preference Clouds Your Ability to Be Honest." And there's a bunch of Sony guys talking about Xbox once again. Do nothing but talk about Xbox. It's just weird. And then this person says, again, the sheer irony of the subject matter is too much. I can't stop laughing. Because all they do is talk about Xbox. It's just an everyday thing with these people. But it's like, did Xbox do something to these guys? Well, they're like, I don't know, one of these Xbox executives I don't know possible theory I didn't come up with, because it's just insane. Why do I keep thinking about Xbox 24/7 when you say Xbox is just so bad and so terrible? But all they do is talk about Xbox 24/7. So let's read what people have to say about this post. I'm definitely interested. This person says, "Think it's mostly people that jump ship back on the date and can't handle the fact that maybe they have to jump ship again. They gotta keep jumping ship now? Okay. Somebody already did that, just keeps up appearing. Red Dragon admitted to owning a Series S and Game Pass, lol." So what is this one? Okay. Lie down, try not to cry a lot. So kind of what a Sony hat on. That's pretty funny. I've seen the other ones already. Let me see. So probably some new memes. Okay. Oh, it's a little pony with a holding a lot of salt. Okay. Did you know okay. Oh, this is a weird one. Just can't. I just can't. And a place that got described. Okay. Wow. Not gonna lie, I see mostly hardcore ponies now playing Xbox rather than hyping up PlayStation. I came to enjoy PlayStation Twitter. All I see is people making fun of other consoles. Dude, OMG this. I just caused an endless cycle of my console is better than your console BS. Why don't people just mind their own consoles? Xbox triggers deep psychological issues with these people. Very strange. I hate you. That community wake up in their sweats at 4 a.m. sometimes while screaming Phil Spencer's name. This is the only reason I keep a Twitter account nowadays, so I can see the rage and hypocrisy spouted from their fingertips to my feed. Telling their kids not to say his name 3 times while staring into a mirror, like he's Candyman or something. Okay. Right? I could never spend this much time and energy on something I hate. It's just the lack of games. I find it sort of weird during a 360 PS3 generation. We all knew the majority of that gen PlayStation struggled, but strengthened itself by the end. Last gen was a watch for Xbox and PlayStation fanatics talk stuff on Xbox while they were down. Now Xbox is getting back up and they still talking smack. Jaded lovers, I suppose. This meme was pretty funny. So apparently Homer Simpson is looking at the Starfield announcement being an Xbox exclusive, and he has to go to the bar and get a drink. He has to whip about the hard stuff for this news. Okay. It's because they have no games to play. Yes, I said it. PS5 has no games. So they are filling up their spare time being keyboard warriors. Man. My favorite new issue they have is that Microsoft platforms get Elder Scrolls 6, yet they rub their exclusives all over Xbox fans' faces for the last almost a decade. It's because they ain't got no holiday games. I'm not here to play games. Literally. And figuratively, I guess. Okay. Hey, I have a PS5 and a Series X, even an old Xbox 360. I like playing games the way they originally are. Anyway, it's beyond time for that S to stop. Play whatever you like. Don't be a fanboy. Never let anyone tell you what to play. They're just angry that one of their only good games he said, they're just angry one of their only good games had a bad sequel. What games are we referring to? I'm trying to think what games are we referring to. The Last of Us 2, maybe? I'm assuming that's what he's referring to, but I actually enjoyed that game. So I think having both is good for gamers and everyone involved. Competition inspired ideas, diversity in all aspects is present when gamers have choices. Sure, exclusives suck, but gives us something to think on when choosing a console. Make an account to talk about PlayStation all day. Sony has fanboys, Xbox has enjoyers. I never actually see any PlayStation fanboys, just Xbox fans complaining about the PlayStation fans. Then this guy has been living under a rock. Where has this guy been? That's all they do on Twitter is talk about Xbox and Xbox Game Pass 24/7. This guy is definitely living under a rock or something. Ponies hate Xbox because it directly competes with their precious PlayStation. They don't like that. They want PlayStation to be the only console around and will tear down the entire game industry to achieve that. Wow. They are just showing their true clown colors for everyone to see. It has always been about the blind brand loyalty to them, and Xbox shouldn't exist. It should only be PlayStation and Nintendo. What is this? Kratos throwing his PC in the garbage? Okay. You think Xbox have a personal vendetta against PlayStation, considering how much time they spent essing on it. Okay. It's just a picture of Tom McGuire crying. This is a random picture. Like, what is that? Okay. They might be sociopaths. No one is essing on it, but everyone knows that X-Brick is Category B console, so Microsoft shouldn't be focused on beating Sony because it makes no sense. I like how he says, how's that X-Brick in Category B, but meanwhile it sold the best on Black Friday. But moving on. Let's see. Look how he's talking. You think bots lost their virginity to an Xbox the way they sent for a console that's made them the punchline for 3 generations? I mean, it's just insane. Like, they just legit forget the 360 generation existed, and it barely won against the 360. It won against 360 because 360 ended production, I believe, and was on Xbox One. So I just don't get it. Like the Xbox 360 generation wasn't a thing, and they were just getting completely their butt handed to them that generation. But whatever. I'm gonna conclude it right here. It's definitely interesting how he makes a good point. Like, why do they have such a big issue with Xbox? People have some interesting theories saying that, hey, Xbox, because Xbox is the only one that's really giving competition. Nintendo isn't really doing competition with these other big consoles, so I guess it's only Xbox. I mean, you can say PC, but PC don't really count in console wars, I guess. It's only really Xbox that's giving them competition. So maybe that is their big beef, because Xbox is the only one really giving them competition for these past generations. So I don't know. Definitely see your theories down below as to why they have such a vendetta against Xbox and why they talk about Xbox every single day and make these ridiculous Twitter spaces about Xbox. Let me know your thoughts down below. Leave a like for this video. As always, thanks for watching, and peace.